Hello, this is Sujit. Welcome to Physics 2020. So today in this section we are going to discuss the problems of the topic, that is resolution of vectors. So in the previous section we have discussed the concepts of resolution of vectors. That is, what is the resolution of vectors, what is the resolution of vector in 2 dimension and 3 dimension, and also we have discussed the concepts about, that is, unit vectors. So in this section we are going to solve the problems of the topic, that is resolution of vectors. So before starting the problem, we have a quick recap. So what are the things we have discussed in the previous topic? Okay, so consider a rectangular coordinate system. Okay, rectangular coordinate system. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis and this is the origin. So we have a vector, that is a vector. So this vector makes an angle theta with the horizontal. So what is the horizontal component of this vector? Ax. Okay, Ax is the horizontal component. So what is the vertical component of this vector? So Ay. Okay, Ay is the horizontal component of this vector. So the horizontal component of A vector, okay, A vector, Ax equal to A cos theta. The vertical component of A vector, Ay is equal to A sin theta. Okay, so these two formula you have to keep in mind. So horizontal component Ax equal to A cos theta, vertical component Ay is equal to A sin theta. Okay, so from this Ax square plus Ay square is equal to A square cos square theta plus A square sin square theta. Am I right? So that's equal to, take A square commonly outside, so cos square theta plus sin square theta. So cos square theta plus sin square theta 1. So from this A is equal to, this is A square, A is equal to square root of Ax square plus Ay square. So this is the another formula you have to keep in mind. So the vector A is equal to, okay, A vector, so the magnitude of this vector A is equal to root of Ax square plus Ay square. So similarly the vector in 3 dimension, okay, 3 dimension. So suppose A vector in 3 dimension and Ax, Ay and Az, okay, Az are the rectangular components of the vector in 3 dimension, okay, 3 dimension, and I cap, j cap and k cap are the unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So we can write A vector is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay, A vector is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap. Okay, suppose A vector in 3 dimension, okay, 3 dimension, and Ax, Ay and Az are the rectangular components along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and I vector, I cap, j cap and k cap are the unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. We can write A vector is equal to Ax I cap, Ay j cap plus Az k cap. So what is the modulus of this vector? Okay, modulus of this vector. So magnitude mod a is equal to square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Okay, az square. So this formula also you have to keep in mind. So the modulus of this vector. So what is the unit vector? Unit vector along this vector. Okay, unit vector. So we can write the formula, that is unit vector along this vector. A cap is equal to what is the formula? A vector divided by mod of a vector. Okay, so these are the things we have discussed in the previous topic. Okay, so a cap is equal to a vector divided by mod of a vector. So that's equal to, what is a vector? So ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap divided by, what is modulus of a vector? That is square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Okay, so this formula is also very important, that is unit vector along a vector. Okay, along a vector. So these are the things you have to keep in mind before solving the problems. ठीक है. So first question, find the vector AB. Okay, find the vector AB and its magnitude, which has the initial point a of 1, 2, minus 1 and has the final point that is b of 3, 2, 2. Okay, so solution. So we have to find the vector AB and its magnitude we have to find, which has the initial point is given. So initial point means the distance from the origin. Okay, so OA. So OA vector is equal to 1, that is 1 I cap, plus 2 j cap minus k cap. Okay, OB vector is equal to 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap. ठीक है. So we have to find the AB vector. AB vector is equal to, what is the formula? OB vector minus OA vector. ठीक है. So that's equal to, what is OA vector? OB vector, that is 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap minus, what is OA vector? That is I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap. So that's equal to 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap minus I cap minus 2 j cap, minus into minus k cap. Okay, so that's equal to 3i minus I, so that is 2i cap, 2j minus 2j, that is 0. Then 2k plus k, that is 3k vector. Okay, so this is AB vector. So AB vector is equal to, what is the answer? 2I cap plus 3k cap. Clear? Then next we have to find the magnitude of this vector. So magnitude of this vector means magnitude of the vector. Magnitude of the vector. Okay, magnitude of the vector AB. Okay, so modulus of AB vector, that is magnitude, is equal to formula, that is square root of 2 square plus 3 square. So that's equal to, what is modulus of AB vector? That is AB is equal to root of, that is 2 square 4 plus 3 square, that is 9. So that's equal to, that is 4 plus 9, that is 13. Okay, 13. So the unit is not given. Okay, unit is not given. So we can write AB is equal to 13 root of 13 units. Okay, units. So this is the magnitude. So this is the AB vector. AB vector is equal to 2I cap plus 3k cap. So the modulus of this vector AB is equal to root 13 units. Clear? So second question, if A vector is equal to 3I cap plus 4j cap and B vector is equal to 7I cap plus 24j cap, find the unit vector along A vector and having magnitude of B vector. So understand the question. So we have two vectors are given. A vector is equal to 3I cap plus 4j cap. Okay. So B vector is equal to 7I cap plus 24j cap. So what we have to find is, so we have to find the unit vector along the A vector and having the magnitude of B vector. So first solution, unit vector along A vector. So what is the formula? A cap is equal to A vector divided by mod of A vector. Am I right? So that's equal to, what is A vector? That is 3I cap plus 4j cap divided by, what is mod A? Square root of 3 square plus 4 square, that is 16. Okay, 16. So that's equal to 3I cap plus 4j cap root of, what is 9 plus 16, that is 25. So root of 25, that's 5. So that's equal to 1 by 5 into 3I cap plus 4j cap. So this is the, so here A cap. Okay, A cap. So okay, so this is the unit vector along A vector. Okay, along A vector. So we have to find the unit vector along A vector having magnitude of B vector. So we have, next we have to write the unit vector having magnitude of B vector is, okay, B vector is, so A vector It is another vector, that is we can write A vector is equal to modulus of B vector into A cap. So that's a formula. So magnitude of B vector, okay, B vector into A cap. Okay, so that's equal to, so modulus of B vector we have to find out, modulus of B vector. So modulus of B vector is equal to square root of, what is B vector? That is 7 square 49 plus 24 square. 24 square we have to find out. So 6, 17, so 576. Okay, 576. So that's equal to 49 plus 576, that is root of 625. Okay, 625. So that's equal to, what is root of 625? That is 25. Okay, 25. 25. So this is mod B vector. Mod B vector. So V vector, that is therefore A vector is equal to, okay, A vector is equal to mod B vector, that is 25 into, what is A cap? That is 1 by 5 into 3I cap plus 4J cap, okay, 4J cap. So 5 times, okay, 5 times. So therefore A vector is equal to 5 3s are 15, 15 I cap plus 5 4s are 20, 20 J cap. That is the answer. Okay, so the unit vector you take it, that is not A vector, okay, A vector, that is A cap. A cap. So here also A cap, the unit vector which is having the magnitude of B vector. So first find, that is A vector is equal to A vector divided by modulus of A vector. That is the formula for finding the unit vector along A vector. Okay. So we have find, that is A vector is equal to 1 by 5 into 3I cap plus 4J cap. Next we have to find having the magnitude of B vector. So the unit vector having the magnitude of B vector, so A cap is equal to, we can write, that is mod B vector into A cap. So mod B vector we find out, so we are getting the answer, that is 25, then multiply with that is A cap. So A cap, so we will get, that is A cap. Okay, so this is the answer. Clear? So the third question, one of the rectangular component of a velocity, one of the rectangular component of a velocity of 80 kilometer per hour is 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, find the other component. Find the other component of velocity. Okay, one of the rectangular component of a velocity of 80 kilometer is 40 kilometer per hour. Find the other component of velocity. So it is the velocity. It is the velocity vector. Okay. So V is equal to so Vx is given. Okay, one of the component Vx equal to that is 40 kilometer per hour. So Vy we have to find out. Okay, so solution, V is equal to 80 kilometer per hour, Vx equal to 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, so V is equal to, formula we can write, that is Vx plus Vy. V is equal to square root of Vx square plus Vy square. Okay, so from this Vx square plus Vy square is equal to V square. So we have to find Vy. Okay, Vy square is equal to V square minus Vx square. What is V square? So 8 8s are 64. So 6400 minus 4 4s are 16. So 1600. So that's equal to so 6400 minus 1600, 0 0 8. Okay, 4800. So that's equal to 4800. Okay, what we have to find out? So we have to find out Vy. Okay, Vy. So Vy is equal to root of 4800. So that's equal to 69.29. Okay, 69.29. So this is the answer. So one of the rectangular, what is given? One of the rectangular component of a velocity. So velocity is given. Okay, so 80 km per hour, and it's one of its component is given, that is 40 km per hour. So we have to find the other component of velocity. So we know that velocity is equal to Vx square plus Vy square, square root of Vx square plus Vy square. Okay, so from this substitute the values, we will get, that is 69.29 is the answer. Clear? Fourth question. So an aeroplane takes off at an angle 30 degree. Okay, 30 degree with the horizontal. So with the velocity V. An aeroplane takes off at an angle of 30 degree with the velocity V. So the component of its velocity, the horizontal components of its velocity, that is Vx equal to 250 km per hour. Okay, 250 km per hour. So find one, the actual velocity of the plane. Actual velocity of the plane. 2, that is the vertical component of the velocity. Okay, so this is the question. An aeroplane takes off with the velocity V and it makes a 30 degree angle with the horizontal. Okay, horizontal. So the component of velocity, horizontal component of its velocity Vx is given, that is 250 km per hour. So we have to find the actual velocity of the plane and the vertical component of the velocity. So Vx is given. So suppose V is the vector. Okay, and it makes an angle 30 degree. So what is its vertical component? That is Vx equal to, we can write, that is V cos 30. Okay, so Vx equal to, we know the formula, Vx equal to, that is V cos theta. Okay, cos theta, horizontal component. So Vx equal to V cos 30 degree. So we have to find the actual velocity. So V is equal to Vx divided by, that is cos 30. Okay, so that's equal to, what is Vx? 250 divided by cos 30, 2 by root 3. Okay, 2 by root 3. So that's equal to 250 into 2 divided by root 3. Okay, root 3. So that's equal to 500 divided by 1.732. So the value of root 3 is 1.732. Okay, 732. So by simplifying this, you can get the answer, that is 500 divided by 1.732, that's equal to 288.67. Okay, 288.67. So next we have to find the vertical component of the velocity. Vertical component, that is Vy, is equal to, what is the formula? That is V sin theta. So that's equal to, what is the value of V? That is 288.67 into sin 30. So that's equal to 288.67 into sin 30, that is 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. So cancel it. 1 time, 4 time, 4 time, 0.3 time, then 3 time. Okay, so that's equal to 144.33 kilometer per hour. So here, so V is equal to kilometer per hour. Okay, so 144.33 kilometer per hour is the answer. So that is the vertical component of velocity. Okay, so fifth question. Okay, it is north, south, east, west. Okay, a man rows a boat. Okay, with a velocity 18 kilometer per hour, that is VB, velocity of the boat, okay, is equal to 18 kilometer per hour. Okay, in the northwest direction, so the velocity makes an angle 45 degree. Okay, 45 degree with the west. So the shoreline makes an angle, 15 degree the shoreline makes an angle 15 degree south of west, 15 degrees south of west. So find 1, velocity of the boat along the shoreline shoreline. 2. Velocity of the boat perpendicular to the shoreline. Perpendicular to the shoreline. Okay. So these are the things we have to find out. So understand the situation or visualize the situation. This is north-south direction and this is east-west direction. A man is rowing a boat in the northwest direction, with a velocity 18 km per hour, which makes an angle 45 degree with the west. So the shoreline makes an angle 15 degrees south of west. So we have to find the velocity along the shoreline and the velocity of the boat perpendicular to the shoreline. So this is perpendicular. This north direction and the west direction is perpendicular. Am I right? But the shoreline is like this. Okay, shoreline. So we have to find out the velocity of the boat along the shoreline and perpendicular to the shoreline. Okay, perpendicular to the shoreline. So what is the perpendicular? So this is the perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular. So this angle is 15 degree and this 45 degree. So what is the total angle? So the velocity vector makes an angle 60 degree. Okay, 60 degree with the shoreline. So this is VB. Okay, VB. So velocity of the boat along the shoreline. So this velocity vector can be resolved into two components. This is VB cos theta and this component is VB sin theta. So here angle theta between the velocity vector and the shoreline is 60 degree. Okay, 60 degree. So these two components, this component and this component is perpendicular. Okay, so the velocity vector makes an angle 60 degree with the shoreline. So velocity of the boat. Okay, along the shoreline. We can write along the shoreline. So that is VB cos 60. So that's equal to, what is the value of VB? That is 18 into cos 60, that is 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. So cancel, that is 9. So that's equal to 9 kilometer per hour. 9 kilometer per hour is the answer. 9 kilometer per hour. Okay. So next we have to find the second one, velocity of the boat. Perpendicular to the shoreline. So that's equal to VB sin 60. Okay, what is the value of VB? That is 18. Sin 60, that is root 3 divided by 2. Okay, root 3 divided by 2. So cancel it, that is 9 times. So that's equal to 9 into, what is root 3? That is 1.732. Okay, 1.732. It is 18, 27, 3 9s are 27, 28, 8, 2, 9 7s are 63, 65, 5, 6, 1 9, 15, okay, 15. So 3 digits, okay. So that's equal to 15.588. When you round this value, that is, we can write 15.6. Okay, so that's equal to 15.6 kilometer per hour. Okay, per kilometer per hour. So understand the situation. This is north direction, so north south direction. This is east west direction. So in the question it is given, a man is rowing the boat. Okay, rowing the boat with a velocity 18 kilometer per hour in the northwest direction. Okay, northwest direction, which makes an angle 45 degree with the west. So the shoreline makes an angle 15 degree south of west. 15 degrees south of west. So we have to find the velocity along the shoreline, velocity of the boat along the shoreline, and the velocity of the boat perpendicular to the shoreline we have to find out. So this is the velocity component. Okay, so along the shoreline means this component, perpendicular means this component. Okay, so the angle between this component and this component is 90 degree. Okay, so along the shoreline means this component, perpendicular to the shoreline means this component. Okay. So this component, that is VB cos theta, and this component is VB sin theta. So this angle, this much angle is 15 degree. So this much angle is 45 degree. So what is the total angle between velocity component and shoreline? That is 60 degree. Okay, 60 degree. So velocity along the shoreline, that is VB cos theta, VB cos 60. So substitute the value, you will get the answer, that is 9 kilometer per hour. So velocity of the boat perpendicular to the shoreline, that is VB sin theta. Here the angle between the velocity component and the shoreline is 60 degrees. So VB sin 60, and substitute the value, you will get the answer. Clear? So 6th question. So this is a stone. Okay, stone. So this is a stone. A child is pulling a stone with a 60 Newton force, with a force of 60 Newton. So the pull makes an angle 40 degree, okay, 40 degree with the ground, okay, 40 degree with the ground. So find the effective force, the effective pull, okay, the effective pull to move the stone along the ground, to the effective pull to lift the stone upwards. So understand the situation. So this is the visualization of the situation. One stone is there, a child is pulling the stone with a 60 Newton force. So the pulling force makes an angle 40 degree with the ground. So we have to find the effective pull to move the stone along the ground and the effective pull to lift the stone upwards. So we can split this force into two components, that is 60 cos 40 and 60 sin 40. Okay, sin 40. So this force 60 cos 40 will tend the stone to move along the ground. The force 60 sin 40 will tend to move the stone or tend to lift the stone upwards. Okay, so here the effective pull tend to move the stone along the ground. So that's equal to, along the ground is equal to, that is 60 cos 40. Okay, 60 cos 40. So that's equal to 60 into, what is the value of cos 40? That is 0.7660. Okay, 0.7660. So multiply 7660 into 6 0 36 6 3 36 39. So 3 45. Okay, 45. So put on 0 4 digits 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 45.96 Newton. Okay, Newton. So similarly, the effective pull tending to lift the stone upwards is equal to, that is 60 sin 40. Okay, 60 sin 40. So that's equal to 60 into sin 40 value, that is 0.6427. Okay, 6427. ठीक है. So 6427 into 6. So 42 to 4 12 4 16 6 1 24 25 5 2 36 38. Okay, 38 60. So 4 digits 1 2 3 4. So 38.56. So that's equal to 38.56 Newton. So this is the force tending to move the stone along the ground, and this is the force tend to move the stone upwards. ठीक है. So seventh problem. So consider an inclined plane. So this is an inclined plane. Okay. So theta is the angle here. Okay, theta is the angle. Okay, one block is here with mass m. Okay, mass m. So So what force is acting here? That is gravitational force, that is mg. Am I right? So find the gravitational force force 1 along the plane, 2 perpendicular to the plane, So this is an inclined plane, that is not a horizontal plane, it is an inclined plane. Okay, so which is an angle, which makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Okay, horizontal. So one block is there with mass m. So we know that the gravitational force will act in the downward direction. Okay. So we have to find the gravitational force acting along the plane. So this is the along the plane and perpendicular to the plane. So this is the perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular to the plane we have to find out. So along the plane means this is along the plane. Okay, perpendicular to the plane means this is the perpendicular to the plane. Okay. So the angle between these two is 90 degree. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay, so angle between 90 degree. So this is mg. So what is the angle between? That is, this angle is theta. So how much the plane is elevated? Okay, elevated from the horizontal. So theta angle. So definitely this angle is theta. So horizontal plane, with the first case, that is horizontal means this y-axis aligned with this axis. Okay, this mg. So when the vertical plane is elevated, okay, plane is elevated through an angle theta, so that much angle it will be moved. Okay, so this axis will be moved. So this angle, so this much angle is, that is 90 minus, so the total degree between these two is 90 degree. So this angle is theta means this angle is 90 minus theta. Okay, 90 minus theta. Clear? So this is theta and this angle is, that is 90 minus theta. So here this is the force, okay, gravitational force. It make an angle theta with this y-axis. Okay, so we can write this component, that is mg cos theta. So what is this component? That is mg sin theta. So this vector, force vector, is resolved into two components. So no need to consider this vector. Okay. So this gravitational force vector is resolved into two components. So find the gravitational force along the plane. Okay, gravitational force along the plane, is equal to mg sin theta. Gravitational force perpendicular to the plane, is equal to mg cos theta. mg cos theta. So this is the force which is acting parallel to the plane. Okay, parallel to the plane is mg sin theta and perpendicular to the plane. Okay, so mg cos theta. ठीक है. So 8th problem. Consider an inclined plane. Inclined plane. So an object is there in the inclined plane. Okay, of mass m. Okay, mass m. So m is equal to 2 kg. Okay, m is equal to 2 kg. Find one, the force acting along the plane. Two, the force acting perpendicular to the plane. Okay. So gravitational force is acting in this direction, mg. So one force, the force can be resolved, that is one force along in this direction and another force is along this direction. Okay, so this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so this angle is theta. Okay, theta. So what about this angle? So this angle is 90 minus theta. Okay, 90 minus theta. So total angle, so this total angle is 90 degree. So this is 90 degree minus theta means this angle is, that is theta. Okay, theta. So definitely this angle is theta means we can write that is mg cos theta. This component is mg sin theta. Kadam. Okay. So we have to find the force acting along the plane. Therefore, the force acting along the plane is equal to mg cos theta. Okay, mg cos theta. So that's equal to m, that is how much? That is 2 into acceleration due to gravity, that is 10 into, okay, suppose theta is equal to, okay, theta is equal to 30 degree. Theta is equal to 30 degree. So cos 30. So 2 into 10 into, what is cos 30? That is root 3 divided by 2. 2 get cancelled. So that's equal to 10 root 3 Newton. 10 root 3 Newton. The force, second one, the force acting perpendicular to the plane. So the force acting perpendicular to the plane. Okay, perpendicular to the plane. So along the plane, it's not along the plane. It's the force acting perpendicular to the, okay, perpendicular to the plane. The force acting parallel to the plane. The force acting along the plane. okay, along the plane is equal to, that is mg sin theta, mg sin theta. So m, that is 2 into 10 into sin 30, okay, sin 30. So that's equal to 2 into 10 into, what is sin 30? That is 1 by 2. So 2 get cancelled. That's equal to 10 Newton. Okay, 10 Newton. Clear? So ninth problem. So this is T1 and this is T2. So this is a block. It is tied with the string T1 and tied with another string T2. So it has the tension T1 and this has the tension T2. Okay, T2. Given T1 is equal to 5 Newton, T2 is equal to 10 Newton. Okay, 10 Newton. Find the components of T1 and T2 along X and Y. Along X and Y. Okay. So this angle is 37 degree. So this angle is 53 degree. Okay, 53 degree. So what are the components? This is T1 cos 37. This is T1 sin 37. Okay. So this is T2 cos 53. This is T2 sin 53. ठीक है? So 37 and 53 triangles are famous triangles. Okay, so we already discussed that triangle. So if this angle is 37 degree, okay, 37 degree. So what are the sides? 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So if this angle is 53 degree, so what are the sides? 4, 3, 5. Don't forget. So these two triangles are the famous triangles. So 37 degree means 3, 4, 5. 53 degree means 4, 3, 5. Okay, famous triangles. So what we have to find out? The components of T1 and T2 along X and Y we have to find out. Okay. Okay. So first one. Component of T1 along X, that is T1 cos 37. Okay, T1 cos 37. That's equal to, what is the value of T1? It is 5 into cos 37. Cos 37 means adjacent, 4 by 5. 4 by 5. So 5 by 5 get cancelled. That's equal to 4 Newton. 2. Component of T1 along y. Component of T1 along y. So that's T1 sine 37. So that's equal to, what is the value of T1? That is 5 into sine 37. Opposite side by hypotenuse, that is 3 by 5. So 5 get cancelled. So that's equal to 3 Newton. Okay, 3 Newton. So next is component of T2 along x. Component of T2 along x, that is T2 cos 53. T2 cos 53. So that's equal to, what is the value of T2? That is 10. 10 into cos 53. Cos 53. So 3 by 5. Okay. 3 by 5. So 5 2 times. That's equal to 6 Newton. Okay, 6 Newton. So fourth one. Component of T2 along y. Component of T2 along y. So that is T2 sine 53. So that's equal to 10 into sine 53. Opposite side by hypotenuse. That is 4 by 5. So 2 times. So that's equal to 8 Newton. 8 Newton. So find the components of T1 and T2 along x and y. So T1 along x, T1 along y, T2 along x and T2 along y. Okay. So don't forget these two triangles. Okay. So 37 degree and 53 degree. Very, very important triangles. Okay. Clear? Tenth question. A vector of magnitude 3i cap plus 4j cap. Okay, a vector of magnitude 10. Okay, vector of magnitude 10 in the direction of 3i cap plus 4j cap. Okay, 4j cap. Option A 6i cap plus 8j cap. Option B 6i cap minus 8j cap. Option C 6i cap plus 9j cap. Option D 9i cap plus 24k cap. Okay, k cap. So a vector of magnitude 10 in the direction of 3i plus 4j cap. So in the direction of 3i vector plus 4j cap is the unit vector. Okay, the unit vector along this vector. So the direction of this vector means the unit vector along this vector. So consider a vector is equal to 3i cap plus 4j cap. Okay, 4j cap. So what is the unit vector of a vector? That is a cap is equal to a vector divided by mod a vector. Am I right? Okay, so that's equal to, what is a vector? A vector, that is 3i cap plus 4j cap divided by square root of 9 plus 16. Okay, 9 plus 16, 25. So root of 25, that is 5. So that's equal to 1 by 5 into 3i cap plus 4j cap. Okay? So this is A cap. A cap. So we have to find a vector of magnitude. So R vector is equal to magnitude into direction. So what is magnitude? That is 10. Direction, that is A cap. Okay, A cap. So that's equal to 10 into 1 by 5 into 3I cap plus 4J cap. So 2. So that's equal to 6I cap plus 8J cap. Okay, 6I cap plus 8J cap. So option A is the answer. Okay. So my dear students, with this I wind up this session, that is the problem section of resolution of vectors and unit vectors. So we will meet with another section that is dot product of vectors. Okay, dot product of vectors. So the concept of dot product of vectors we will discuss in the next class. Stay tuned. Goodbye.